One of the ways of making money when investing into the stock market, it's through dividends, whereby you receive a portion of profits that the company distribute to actually investors in the form of dividends. So I recently received dividends from one of the junior mining stocks that I own, which is Jupiter Mine. On the 22 March 2025, I received around 4,000 Rand in dividends. I own over 50,000 shares, and the current share price is trading around 15 cents, and I bought the stock at around 19 cents. Of course, it's listed in the Australian Stock Exchange. It's a mining company, a junior mining stock, which owns TP Entle Manganese, which is in the Northern Cape, mining manganese. So this is quite important. The stock is still cheap. You can still acquire a lot of shares and own a lot of shares, such that in future you will be paid a lot of dividends. The stock, it has a good history of paying dividends. So as you can see here, Jupiter Mines has a quite good history of paying dividends, even though it is a junior mining company, trading around 15 cents currently. It has started paying dividends since 2019, as you can see here on this table. In 2019, they paid dividends of 7.5 cents. And the share price was still trading around 33 cents during that time. It was a bit higher. And in 2020, they also paid dividends. You can see 4.75 cents. In 2021, they paid around 3 cents dividends. And then in 2022, you can see that they paid around 1.5 cents. And then it dropped again in 2023. They paid around 2.2 cents. And then in 2024, they paid around 1.25 cents. And then this year in 2025, the first half of 2025, you can see they paid 0.75 cents in terms of the dividends so far. And the share price has been declining, of course, because of the manganese prices. They've been declining, because manganese is used in the steel industry and also in the battery industry. And currently, the steel industry has been doing quite bad recently. The iron ore prices are down and the steel industry is down, but we need the steel industry for upgrading our infrastructure. So, of course, I have no doubt that in future, the steel industry will pick up and the price of the manganese will also follow and go up. So this is one of the great stock that pays dividends, which is trading very, very cheap in terms of acquiring more shares when you look at the share price. So I'm still going to buy more shares, and I've also reinvested those dividends back again into the market, buying more shares so that I can be paid a lot of shares in future, and I will also benefit when the stocks start to rise again when the share price recovers in future. So let me break down Jupiter Mine for you. So Jupiter Mine, it is a manganese pure play mining company, which is listed in the Australian Stock Exchange, but it owns a manganese mine here in South Africa in the Northern Cape, known as TP Entle Manganese, which is a new mine with a lot of reserves and resources of manganese. It has a life of a mine which is estimated to be over 100 years. So this mine, it will still be in existence for a long period of time, and which is why I am buying a lot of shares, why it is still cheap, so that I can benefit from the dividends for the next 100 years. So the guys are producing manganese of 3.4 million tons per annum in terms of the ore that is being sold and shipped overseas for steel and also for battery manganese, So it is a quite big mine, and Jupiter Mine owns around 49% of this TP Entle Manganese, and they get their profits and sales and revenue from this mine. So this mine, it will still be in existence for the next years, more than 100 years of a life of a mine, based on their resources and the reserves that they have. And manganese is one of the critical minerals, even on the current tariffs that they've been imposed by Donald Trump to different countries, including South Africa with the 30%. But I can tell you that manganese is one of the minerals that is exempted from the US tariffs, This is in this table here, you can see it shows all the minerals that they have tariffs imposed on them, and also those ones that are exempted from the tariffs in the US. So manganese is one of those minerals that they are not affected in terms of the tariffs. So if a mining company sells manganese into the US, they're not going to be charged with those extra tariffs of 30% that have been imposed by the US government. So manganese in the future, I see the demand growing very, very, very strongly, because most of the mining companies actually, or mining operations around the world that are producing manganese, they are near to their end of their life. Their operations are old. They are left with around 10 to 20 or 5 to 10 years, most of them. So in future, that means we will need more manganese. The demand of manganese will go up because these old operations, they will be gone, and it takes like an average of 16 years to develop a mine. And currently there are few exploration mining companies that are purely focused on manganese. So that means that in future now we will need more manganese, and around 80% of the known reserves of manganese are in South Africa, in the Northern Cape, in the Kalahari Desert. So that's where we mined a lot of manganese. We are the number one producer of manganese, South Africa, here in the Northern Cape province. So in the next 10 to 20 or 5 to 10 years, I expect manganese prices to recover, to go up. And of course, I will benefit from that in terms of the capital appreciation, and also in terms of the dividends, because Jupiter Mine will be making a lot of profit from manganese sales, enjoying the higher prices, and then hence they will be paying more dividends to the investors. So the share price is still trading very low. It's around 15 cents a share. It is affordable. You can acquire a lot of shares with less capital, and you can now have an advantage of getting more dividends in future. So I used Easy Equities to buy the shares of Jupiter Mine, and as you can see here, I own around 53,000 shares, and the average purchase price was around 19 cents, and currently the stock is trading around 15 cents if you buy it. So if you want to use a broker that is local around here in South Africa, which has this stock, you can use Easy Equities, but the stock, I think, is also available to other brokers, such as Interactive Brokers, which is one of the brokers that I use, which is more advanced, that has a lot of stocks that you can buy. So remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my investment for educational purposes only, and don't take this information as financial advice. If you are looking for financial advice, please do consult a qualified person to offer you that service. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy the video and you are learning in this channel, and we are growing together, making money and creating wealthy over a long period of time. Bye. I will see you in the next video. Happy investing.